You found this shell on the beach?
Yeah. The beach which was with the sand.
Sand and seashells. What can you hear in there?
The sea.
Who lives in this shell? Is it somebody from in there? Or is it somebody from in there?
There.
Who are they then? Find them for me, or shall I get them out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a person.
We were looking.
My goodness. This great big dinosaur lives in this shell.
He doesn't.
What he does is, you see the way he can ride it? He goes surfing on the shell to get him along the beach.
And he falls off.
And he falls off. Well, he did then. But he's quite clever. Look how well he can balance.
That's difficult.
That's because he's had a lot of practice. Did you go swimming?
Yeah. At the beach. And I found that shell which he's surfing on there.
Now, this dinosaur, do you know why he learned to surf?
That because
dinosaur was born out of an egg. And this egg had been swept out from its nest by a big thunderstorm. And the rain had picked the egg up and swept it down the river and out to sea, and it had bobbed along in the sea and got whooshed up by a big wave onto a beach.
Yeah.
And the sun had come out and warmed the egg up, and out of the egg had come this little dinosaur. But when the little dinosaur looked around, his small little beach was surrounded by great tall cliffs. And there was nowhere, no food on this beach, and nobody there to help him find any food. So little dinosaur thought, I need to find some food. I'm so very hungry. And he saw down on the edge of the beach this shell sitting on a wave, being pushed around like that by the water. So little dinosaur went down to the edge of the water and stood on the shell and it went like that. And little dinosaur rode the shell out onto the water and round the corner of the great big cliff and saw this huge beach with a beautiful sand stretching up, and it was all flat and there were no cliffs, and there was great big forest, and in the forest little dinosaur saw great big dinosaurs all munching away in the forest. The little dinosaur rode the shell, and with his tail he splashed behind and moved it up to the big beach where he could jump off onto the sand and run up the beach into the forest where all his big dinosaur friends and mummies and daddies and aunties and uncles and grannies and grandpas were, and he started to eat, and he grew into this great big dinosaur. But he had enjoyed riding that shell so much as a baby that every so often when he wanted a special play, he'd go back down to the beach and he'd find a shell and he'd go whooshing along in the waves for a game.